Hello, let's catch up. I make videos about active things that I do in a realistic way. I hope that encourages you to also lead an active lifestyle, whether it is the same hobbies or even different hobbies. And I want to keep this also as a visual diary for myself so that I can also reflect on my goals and my progress and see how far I've come along as well. I do it in a realistic way so that you can see we're all not perfect faces, red in the face, sweaty, doing things, looking not our best, not all the time. And to also remember to be active. So let's catch up over the last 2 months. What have I done after snowboarding? Dude, I'm absolutely gutted. I'm gutted that the season's over. Like my whole phone feed, my Insta feed, everything is just full of snowboarding, full of people from the Northern Hemisphere going snowboarding, and I'm absolutely so jealous. So jealous. My goals aren't to follow the snow, which I wish I could. It is like, there's so many things that I would want to do. There are lots of things that I can still do for the rest of my life. I think I could live to 1,000 years and still not do all of them. But that's just me. So I guess the main thing that I also want to do is to make sure that I kind of maintain my park progress or even improve on it where I can. And I'm thinking about making a backyard kind of rail that I can jump onto and do some tricks on and practice. So that's probably in the pipeline eventually. We've got a trip planned in Japan in February, which I'm super excited about, but it will mostly be POW, I'm pretty sure of. So I guess I think we're going to maximize our time in the powder. We're going to have 1 day on a backcountry tour, so I just don't think that we're going to have a lot of time like trying park and doing all that, even though that's what I love the most. I guess next year I just don't know if we're going to have a lot of opportunities to go to the snow, because it's about 4 hours for us, and every second weekend, or last season a few months ago, we were going every second or third weekend we were going, and it's a huge trip and it's quite expensive when you count in all the petrol that you need to get through. It ends up being like a lot of money. We'll see. We might divert or digress our focus on for next year, but I don't want to give up the terrain park. Which brings me on to say, perhaps maybe skateboarding is like the key that kind of keeps the skills going or develops my skills even, because I reckon they're very similar. Alright, I've also done golf. This year I started March, April, did it with my partner Richard as a casual thing, and I guess I went on random kind of driving ranges last year, here and there, just hitting the golf ball. Haven't had a lesson yet, not a formal lesson anyway, and I've just been having, been on the golf course with the partners of the boys who are playing, and it's actually been really fun. I just find the social aspect really fun, and I actually want to get better at it. And I think I have improved a lot since when I started on the golf course. Going to the golf course, like having a few hits on the driving range almost doesn't translate to being on the golf course. It's really, really different. But the experience is actually really fun. It's really nice to be outside and to walk and to be active and to have chats here and there and just laugh at each other and how bad we're going. Stage where I'm quite stagnant. I'm hitting, I need to check my scores. I'm averaging about like plus 23, plus 29 in that range. There was a random day that I did plus 20 at Glennie golf course, and I was like, oh, that's amazing, but I don't know why it just felt a bit easier. I think it's just the course was a bit easier. Yeah, so that's my average. Not the best. Next thing, I've played basketball randomly. I filled in for a friend and I ran so hard, my face was so red that I was sick after, and it almost triggered this allergy response. I swear I have this condition that's called exercise-induced rhinitis. I went to an allergy specialist and he seemed to just think that I was just breathing in allergies all the time and I needed to rinse my nose afterwards, but I don't think it is. It's only when I run really hard or I achieve a certain heart rate for an extended period of time, and then I just get a super runny nose, really painful here. It just doesn't stop running unless I'm lying flat. So the only relief I get from it is like going to sleep and just lying flat. Once I get up, it starts running, and it lasts for about 2 to 3 days, which is actually quite frustrating. Yeah, when I was playing lacrosse, I used to, like when I was running, I thought I was having a cold or I wasn't wearing enough clothes, and I would wear these long sleeve tops with like skins, run around on a 20-degree day even though the sun was shining, and I would be sweating like crazy. And I just noticed also there was a pattern of when I ran hard, my nose came running and I would suffer for a few days, and it was the worst. Not good, not good. Kind of deters you from playing. Alright, running. I've been running maybe on average 1 to 3 times a week. Some days it's 3 and then some weeks it's 3 and then the next week it's 1. And I notice on my days where I run really consistently, I actually get quite fit, and then I lose it when I drop down to the 1. And usually that's also because I overwork myself with the gym as well as running too, which doesn't actually help. I'm not part of a running club. I haven't written down my exercise plan either. I'm just going for runs here and there, and I feel like that doesn't actually help. It doesn't help. You need to write things down. You need to write goals down. Otherwise, you're almost just going around aimlessly. You're just trying to get fit, but you actually don't really have a direction as to where you're going. So it just tells me that I just need to plan, because I'm going to the gym. I haven't been able to fit in bouldering because I just don't have time. I'm also editing all these videos as well, which also doesn't actually help either. Yeah, so I think priority wise, just need to do a bit more goal setting. I think I was taught at uni to set goals. They're called SMART goals. And they're smart because of the acronym, not because only bright people can use it. So it pretty much stands for SMART being specific, M being measurable, A being attainable, I think, R being realistic, and T being timely. You need a time goal. I guess they're all aspects of the goal that you want to make sure you address to actually allow you to be able to measure your progress really. It needs to be realistic for yourself, and you need to probably put a time point to it as well for you to achieve it, because if you don't put a time point, you kind of just keep going and you don't really have that time, almost like a time pressure for you to achieve it, to say, yep, I've ticked it. Because you can put a time, it could be years, months, a couple years, a few days even, for you to achieve that goal. And so it just makes it hard for you to really understand whether you are working towards that or not. I think it's important even now to actually set goals as an adult, especially because I don't have a team. Like, I don't have a sports team, I don't have a club, I'm not part of a club. I don't really have any competitions either at the moment which actually hold myself accountable. Sometimes when you enroll yourself in a comp or you join like a marathon, you have that end goal for you to be able to achieve something by that time. So that's why running, for example, is a good one. If you had a running comp in March next year to achieve 10Ks by March next year, you can also make it a bit more specific for yourself how fast you want to go, because you could easily make it if you walked half of it. Or do you want to run the whole pace? Do you want to run the whole 10 kilometers? How fast do you want to be able to do it? Do you want to be pushing yourself really fast, or do you want to run it at a comfortable speed? And it's sometimes hard to set these goals first if you actually haven't tried it first, because you don't know how realistic it is. You can amend it as you go along, because you could say, oh, I'm like working towards this goal and I'm actually getting there really quickly, so I'm gonna make it a bit harder for myself and just make it a bit more tricky. Or it's at the moment is getting actually quite tricky to actually get to that. You know, I haven't had enough sleep, or I'm not as fit, or something gets in the way and you need to kind of slow it down, or maybe make it easier on yourself, that you drop your goal down a little bit, so that when you achieve it, you actually get a better like dopamine hit because you've achieved it. So I think that's really important in goal setting too. I myself also get motivated when I do set goals. I'm more likely to do things on my own if I've set them as well, but I'm more likely to initiate things, to try things if I've set goals, I set like a main goal, and then I do kind of little goals to kind of work towards, or little strategies in between that kind of help. So let's set some goals for the summer. I've written a few things down already. So to set my SMART goals for golf, sometimes my goals I just feel like they're a personal thing, so if you don't want to tell anyone, you don't have to, but at least write it down, because then it's down in writing and you've got something tangible to kind of work towards. So, embarrassing. My goal for golf is I want to be able to get under 100 strokes. So at the moment, yeah, I'm about 128, 130 in about 6 months, which I think I could do because I'm going to make sure I go to the driving range to practice, or practice on a golf simulator. I'm going to go and get a golf lesson, and as well I might join I think I'm joining a women's development golf group lesson as well, which I think should kind of round up my game overall, and I think that should help with my technique and gameplay. Well, my next goal is cardio 3 times a week. So that's actually not very specific at all. I probably need a time factor. 3 times a week for the rest of my life. For a month, what am I trying to get out of it? So I guess for me it's for just consistency. Perhaps maybe I'm going to say cardio. So cardio for me would count as badminton, tennis, sports, maybe a sprint hit as part of it as well, so it's a bit of variety so that my cardio is not just running. I'm going to say running, like a slow recovery run, right? 2 times a week. So I've got running, slow recovery 2 times a week, and then a hit session or sprint or badminton or tennis or something different once a week. So that adds like a bit of like very high intensity factor into it. As part of that, that's more just for consistency, and so I want to do that as a goal for like my health in general. And I want to add in that my running goal is to hit 4-minute 30 pace for 5 kilometers. That one I need to plan out a bit more. I haven't had any running training. I think I'm just going to look online and just see what kind of programs I can follow. I previously also used my Garmin. It has like a online, like a Garmin coach person on there that just gives you programs or sets you a program to do, and it achieves it in a certain time period that you want to be able to run that goal. And I think that would be a good one for me to do. 4-minute 30 pace. A good one is, because I'm not participating in any competitions at the moment, is to do a park run, which we have, I think it's international actually, which is pretty cool. A 5-kilometer run, I think every Saturday at a local park area, and they track your time. It's run by volunteers, which is great. They track your time, so using that as like almost a competition kind of thing, I think is good to track how you've gone along too. Yeah, and then the other one is like gym stuff. The gym, I don't love the gym. I've only started going because I know I need to get stronger, and I need to get stronger for things so that I can do better, like run faster, play golf better, hit better for badminton, tennis, snowboard, get stronger in my core, so do my legs so I can jump high, jump faster, jump longer, that sort of stuff. Gym is more just, keep your strength up twice a week, maybe. Yeah, it's not something that I'm doing as a goal. I know each time I go, I have a rough idea where I'm at. I don't want to regress. Some days, if I'm exhausted and tired, I definitely can't lift the weight that I was doing, weeks before, which is fine. I think as long as I go regularly once a week, aim is twice a week, get some strength stuff, get some, plyometrics, get some tendon load. Tendon load is really good for like the elastic component of the tendon to kind of get you power, improves your efficiency of doing plyometrics. So that's a consistent kind of thing, 2 times a week. And I can't really fit bouldering in at the moment. I just find when I think I live too far away to boulder, closer to a bouldering place, and I could probably go, But if I'm really far away, it's really unmotivating to go. The bouldering like works your upper body too. I should plan to, on my boulder days, that will count as my gym day, just go to the gym one time every other week. But if you boulder, you need to boulder regularly. You need to boulder twice a week to actually get improvements. I think at the moment I've got too much going on, so I think we'll leave the bouldering for the time being. We'll just keep it social, and I will do the other stuff. Yep, so summer's done, summer's sorted. I love to skate. I'm not very good. I think during COVID I went a few times to the skate park. I have no idea what I'm doing really. I was able to drop in, which was pretty cool. I could ollie, but not very well at all. I can really my ollies are just like 2 millimeters off the ground, 2 centimeters off the ground. If I don't end up making the backyard rail, I'm gonna do skateboarding, which will be cool. Anyway, so this is something that I used. I put this on our fridge, and it just helps me each week to plan my activity for the week. I haven't done it, so this is from, what are these dates, these numbers? I'd say this is from August or something. Yeah, so I have to do I rub them out, I rub the times out, and I do a fortnight plan so that I can kind of figure out what I'm doing for the week, and then that way when it comes around to it, I just don't think about it, I just follow my timetable, and I think that really helps with consistency. I think now that I'm running a bit more regularly and going to the gym a bit more regularly and thinking about it more, I'm not following this as much, but when I try and add something in, I kind of need to follow it. So I think I need to do this for golf. Yeah, as you can see, I've got no golf in. This would have been August because I really didn't care about it that much. So I probably need to plan for golf, gym, running. Alright, cool. Thanks for tuning in. These are my main goals for the summer. The weather's looking so nice. I am definitely going to be out in the water, going to be swimming, paddleboarding, maybe surfing. We'll see, because I'm not a very good swimmer. Hopefully you're enjoying the vlogs. I will change it up here and there. If you have any feedback, please let me know. Hope you got something out of it. Have a very good summer, and we'll see you on the other side, and you'll see me snowboarding in Feb next year.